Hi, my name is Ann Carollo and I am the owner of Gulf Coast Dance Center. And today I'm going to lead you through my favorite 10-minute pre-ballet class warm-up for your body. In today's video, I'm going to teach you my favorite go-to pre-ballet class warm-up. It takes about 10 minutes, it's very low impact, but it's very impactful. So in your body, you have all your joints and you have synovial fluid in between all those joints. What most people don't realize is you can actually do slow movements and they can start to warm up that lubrication between each joint. So when you take your first plie at the bar, you don't have that snap, crackle, pop. So the other way you can compare it is like a cold car. If you go out in the morning and your car is really, really cold, you don't want to just jump in it and drive. You want to turn it on, let everything get moving, the oil moving, warming up, and then your car is going to run much better. So if you think of your body like that car, that's what this is going to do for you. And so I use this prior to attending or taking a ballet class. So I personally show up to class 10 to 15 minutes early, find a spot at the bar or a quiet corner, go through these movements, and then I can arrive at the bar and take that first plie and get the most out of that plie and the rest of bar exercise, setting myself up for a really solid center. My students love this, especially on a cold morning. So again, I really hope you enjoy it. And to get it started, it's very simple. We're gonna do it as a follow along. We're gonna start laying on the floor. Okay, so we're gonna start laying flat on the ground. Make sure you have enough space to reach your arms out to the side, extend your legs, extend your arm all the way above your head. So you need about that much space. But this is great, like I said, just come in, find a spot at the bar, and go through these simple exercises. We're gonna start with one foot up in the air, and we're just gonna wiggle our toes. Okay, so we're gonna wiggle the toes on this foot. Let's switch, wiggle these toes, and then back to this foot. So now we're gonna go through the range of motion. So we're gonna go flex and through all the parts of our foot in articulation. Flex and point and flex and point. I'll do this about 8 times. And again, just finding that range of motion. So let's switch to our other foot. Flex, going through the demi point, making sure toes pull back, which is great because this is starting to get your feet prepared for those tendus, where you want to find this articulation. Okay, the next part, switch again. You're going to circle your ankles outward. So they're just going to go out maybe 6 to 8 times. It's just a feeling. There's no right or wrong. And then we're going to go inward, and we're going to circle the ankle in. And this is where you might be hearing some pops and cracks for your body, and that's okay. We're just warming up the joint so it can do more for us at the bar. And we're gonna circle in. Okay, and then next, I just put my feet up and just kind of shake them, get the blood moving, and then I'm gonna hug my knees to my chest. What I find when I do this exercise specifically, hugging my knees to my chest, I'll feel very stuck or kind of congested in the hip joint, but we're gonna loosen that up. And this is my favorite part of this warm up, is now I'm gonna put my left foot down and I'm gonna hug the right knee to my chest. And I'm gonna just slide it out, no pointed toes or anything, and I'm gonna pull it up. So there's no technique. I'm just going out and in and moving through the hip joint. Out and in, and I do about 4. Then the next part, I'm gonna actually rotate out and slide along the floor, pull through the center, rotate out, that's number 2. Pull in, this is number 3, up, and this is number 4. I'm gonna bring my foot back to rest and I'm gonna do this on the left. So I'm gonna hug the knee and really feel that nice and pulled. And then I'm gonna extend it out and lift and extend. That's 2, out, 3. And again, you don't have to point your feet or anything. 4. And now this time we're gonna come up and we're gonna rotate it out. So we're moving through the rotation of our hip for turnout, which is great. Again, this is probably the one that I find the most freedom in. Okay, and then that foot is gonna rest. Now I'm gonna do that in reverse. I'm gonna extend down and pull up from the side through the center of my body. So out and through. And you might be finding some popping if you're really tight. So this kind of also gives you a chance to become aware of your body and figuring out what you might need to work on after class to stretch and loosen things. And we're going out and in on the other leg. That's 3, and that's 4. Good, now we're just gonna pull our knees again, and now, just with those really simple movements, I can already feel my knees dropping to my chest so much more. Now my feet are gonna go down, and I'm gonna do the top half of my body. So I'm gonna circle my wrist out, and I'm gonna circle my wrist in. A lot of people don't realize that your port de bras, again, is very extended and beautiful through your wrist and fingers. So you wanna get them warm too. Shake, 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 shake. And then now I'm gonna pull my arm across so I can stretch my back and my shoulder joint. And I'm gonna pull to the other side and a gentle stretch. Good. Next part, I'm actually gonna go through my port de bras, but just on the floor. So I'm gonna circle through first to high fifth and open through second and through fifth en bas. And then all the way up to fifth en haut and out through second. And I do this 4 times in this direction. What I like about this is it also makes sure that my arms stay in front of me and that they should never touch the floor. So again, I'm already working on my placement and reminding my body. Now I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna bring it up and over my head and push down through the center. And here's number 2, and down. So just like my hips, I'm warming up my shoulder joints. And this is 3, and around, and that's number 4. Good. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring my knees again one more time, just pull, and I'm gonna do a little bit of gentle traction to my lower spine. And I'm just gonna twist and just breathe. And then I'm gonna come center again. And I'm gonna go to the other side. And I usually take my head the opposite direction just to give a nice spiral to the back. And then up. And then these are nice little gentle like attitude swings for your back. So it's the same feeling of the twist. I'm gonna pull the knee up and I'm gonna swing it around and swing up. And it warms the hip, gets the lower back going, gets the legs moving. And we'll do one last one. And there, good. Okay, next, we're just gonna roll over and we're gonna do a gentle press up to a cobra. If your back is not super flexible, you may also do this at the elbow position and lengthen your chest up, but you do eventually wanna work up to a full cobra extension, which will help you with your arabesques. Then we're gonna pull back into a child's pose, and we're just gonna stretch. From here, I'm gonna pull my toes under me so I can kind of get my calves moving. I'm just gonna walk through my calves. And then I'm gonna lengthen them down, stepping out, pushing back gently into my hamstrings. And we're gonna walk our hands up. We're gonna soften our knees and we're gonna start rolling up. Okay, and at this point, we're gonna actually move to the bar for the last little segment. So for the last section of this warm-up, this is when I stand up and I'm fully at the bar now, and I'm gonna just go through the last 2 parts. The first part being warming up your neck. You may not realize how much it is important to warm up your neck so you can utilize your head during class. And all I do is I look down and up facing the bar about 4 times. And I'm gonna turn right and left and right and left, and then I'm gonna finish with a head roll. And I'll go the other way. Good. I pull down on my arms to open up my pectorals, the opposite of what I stretched my arms the other time. And last but not least, I'm gonna go through my foot progressions. Most ballet teachers don't include that in their ballet bar. They go right into pliés. It's something I've built into my classes, but if you want a more detailed breakdown of this, you can find it in my video called Foot Progressions, but I'm gonna lead you through that now. So facing the bar, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, demi, point, point, demi, down again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just go through it, 6, 7, now I do the presses, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, lengthen the calves, roll through, lift, start setting my placement up for my balances. I'm gonna come down, turn out to the first, and repeat. 2, 3, 4, press, 6, 7, 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Press, go right, left, 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi-plie, lift, grow, feel nice and lifted. Start setting up my neck, my back, my pelvis, everything. And finish. And there. And now I'm ready for my ballet class. In today's video, I shared with you my go-to 10-minute warm-up. What I will definitely say for any dancer, no matter whether you're a beginner or pro, it is really vital and super important to the growth of yourself as a dancer to take the 10 to 15 minutes to properly warm up your body. I can't emphasize enough how great you're gonna feel when you take that first plie. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and the little bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content, and keep those comments coming. And remember, trust the process and enjoy your journey.